This is part 3 of my Niagara Peninsula tour. Continue on through the town of Dunnville. And make your way to No.6 RCAF Dunnville Museum. The RCAF Dunnville, SFTS, that's Service Flight Training School, British Commonwealth Air Training Plan, officially opened November 25, 1940. With a total of 2,436 pilots from Canada, United States, Great Britain, Australia, and New Zealand being trained here until November of 1944. The museum houses extensive displays of photographs, uniforms, memorabilia, and artifacts. They also have vintage aircraft, such as a Yale Trainer, a Cornell, a Fleet Finch, a Grumman Tracker, and a 7/8 scale replica of a World War I Newport 17. After you've had your fill of wartime air heritage, head south again, back to following the north shoreline of Lake Erie. Until the road takes a northerly turn. From here, meander over and head south on Highway 6. And you will come to the town of Port Dover. Every Friday the 13th, this small port town on the north shore of Lake Erie, with a population of about 6,000, swells to as many as 150,000 people, as motorcycle enthusiasts from all over descend for the day on the normally quiet little community. From early morning, there's a constant rumbling stream of two-wheeled, and sometimes three-wheeled, steel, gleaming chrome, denim, and leather, pouring into the core of town. The streets are packed with motorcycles, and a sea of people checking out the rolling art, vendors, and local shops. There are a number of events, restaurants, taverns, as well as corporate and small business representation. So there's a lot to see and do. When you're ready to leave, head north to the town of Caledonia. As you cross over the Grand River, you will be traveling over one of the few remaining historic rainbow multi-arch bridges. This style is also known as the Bowstring Arch Bridge. There are even fewer of these bridges left that you can still drive over, as most that have been saved are now designated as footbridges. This 9-arch bridge, built in 1927, is longer than most, making it a true rarity. Unfortunately, the bridge may soon be demolished or replaced. Hopefully, enough people will have their voices heard to save this historic piece of architecture from the wrecking ball. For one last stop, and one of my favorite destinations on the Niagara Peninsula Loop, proceed north on Highway 6 until you reach the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum in Mount Hope, just southwest of Hamilton. Housed and preserved here is a collection of almost 50 RCAF and U.S. military aircraft flown from the beginning of World War II to present, most of which are still flying. To name a few of the famous planes in the collection, the Avro Lancaster, probably the most famous Allied bomber of the Second World War. The Lancaster had impressive flying characteristics and operational performance. Between 1942 and 1945, it conducted 156,000 sorties. That's a lot of bombs. This Lancaster is one of only 2 still flying in the world and the pride of the collection. Supermarine Spitfires served on many Second World War battlefronts, including North Africa, Italy, Normandy, Northwest Europe, Southeast Asia, and Australia. Of special note were the 11 RCAF Spitfire squadrons that provided air cover for the D-Day landings in June 1944. Fury Fireflies went into RAF squadron service in October 1943. They also served with the Royal Navy and the Royal Australian Navy during the Korean War. There are about 20 Fireflies that have survived, but the museum's example is the only one in flying condition today. The North American Harvard was used for training nearly all the British Commonwealth fighter pilots during World War II and for 10 years afterward. It's considered to be one of the most famous and successful trainers of all time. The North American Yale is an earlier version of the Harvard trainer, the difference being the Yale had a fixed undercarriage. You can even book a seat for a flight on the Lancaster or some of the other heritage planes for a fee. Contact the museum well in advance for more information. Enjoy some time walking amongst these amazing restored, historically significant warbirds and the informative displays and artifacts. Once you've finished here, mount up and head out. Making your way over to Highway 56 and head north. This will shortly become Highway 20. When you get to the bottom of the escarpment, you'll be right back where you started, having completed a loop of the Niagara Peninsula. I hope this inspires you to get out and explore, get out and have some fun.